Hey traders, and welcome to part 2 of Structure-Based Trading episode 6. If you've not checked out part 1 yet, then I suggest you do that first. I'll put a link for that video in the top right hand corner of your screen, along with in the description below this video. In Structure-Based Trading episode 6 part 2, I'm going to be going through some of the major pairs and pointing out my key levels that I'm paying attention to for future trading opportunities, along with showing you guys some opportunities we've taken based on previous structure-based trading videos pointing out these key levels. So if you're interested in seeing some of that, then make sure you keep it locked through the intro and disclaimer. If this is your first time checking out the trading channel, make sure you click that subscribe button to be alerted when we come out with future structure-based trading and strategy tutorial videos, along with videos dedicated to trading psychology. Go ahead and click that like button for me while the intro and disclaimer roll, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, so welcome back. We're going to start off today's video on the dollar yen, which is where we left off on Structure-Based Trading episode 6, part 1. So if you'd like to see the analysis I did to break down the euro dollar and Aussie dollar charts, then as I said before the intro and disclaimer, there will be a link for that in the description below the video, along with in the top right hand corner of your screen. But let's go ahead and get started on today's analysis. So in last week's video, Structure-Based Trading episode 5, we pointed out a couple of key levels in the market and discussed ways to get involved at those key levels. So what I'm going to do is actually play a clip from that video and show you guys exactly how we got involved in the trade you see on your screen right in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip.
Zooming back out to the daily chart here, everything is essentially the same, except now this market's broke below this level of structure we see here that's blue at the moment and is now pushed back up into it, guys. And what I'm going to do is just change the color of this line because I use red to indicate resistance and blue to indicate support with my lines. And since this market is broke below our support level, we can expect that if we push back up into that level, we could see some resistance. And I really like this as a level of resistance, guys, because we have a market that is pushed down back up into that level of resistance. This was a pretty impulsive move down. If I zoom down to a 4-hour chart, you can see that this actually broke through a few pretty nice 4-hour levels of structure, breaking through support here with this impulsive move, and of course this level of support here. So that being an impulsive move down and us pushing back up into this resistance level, I actually really like this as a trading opportunity. And if I see an entry reason here, I'm actually going to pause the video and go send this out as a trade on EAP analysis.
Welcome back, guys. So that was the analysis we did on the dollar yen in last week's Structure-Based Trading episode 5 video. And guys, if you want to be alerted when those videos come out, the structure-based trading videos, when I'm pointing out key levels of structure, then make sure you're subscribed here to the trading channel. But as you can see, this was the level of structure that was pointed out as a good level of resistance in order to look for trading opportunities at. And as I said at the end of the video, we were actually looking for trading opportunities at that level. Well, we ended up getting a trading opportunity based on the strategies we use in the EAP training program. And what I'm going to do now is actually take you guys to the email that I sent out to members right before we entered this trade. Alright guys, so here we are on the email analysis for the dollar yen trade. As you can see, this email analysis was pointing out that the dollar yen was making a 4-hour short entry to all EAP members. If you'll read along with me here on this first line here on the dollar yen, we have a good example of our newest pullback strategy. And guys, this is the brand new strategy that I've just published to the website over at the EAP training program. And if you'd like to learn a little more about that strategy, then I'd like to offer you a limited time 25% discount on that program. You can find out more about that by clicking the link in the description or in the top right hand corner of your screen. But as you can see, we were pointing out this trade with an entry, stop, and target, an entry around 111.87. So let's go back over to the chart. Let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame and let's point out that entry. The entry was 111.87. So if I grab my short position tool, you can see our entry right in that area. Our stop loss was above the swing high. And as you can see, I'm still involved in a very small portion of my position, which is currently up a little over 279 pips. So a great trade here on the dollar yen, utilizing the same stuff that you're learning here on this free YouTube video, guys. This is the power of knowing how to read structure and determine key points in the market where the market is likely to turn around. And I'm actually going to show you guys just one more email analysis because we had a very similar trade this morning. As you can see, this market has now broken through our blue line, which used to be support. If we change that color to red because it's now resistance, after the market breaks through that level, it pulled back up into that level and pushed down and eventually pulled up again, giving us an opportunity to get in this trade. So let's take a look at the email analysis. This was actually from earlier this morning on the dollar yen. So here we are on email analysis for 6/13, as you can see, and we have another dollar yen 4-hour short trade. This again was utilizing the new pullback strategy that's available on the EAP members page. And as you can see, we have an entry at 110.11, and we'll head to the chart and check out that entry. And 110.11 is already marked with our position tool. Our stop loss was just above our swing high, and currently a little over 100 pips in profit on that specific position. And again, guys, we're just utilizing the same structure techniques that I'm teaching here in this structure-based trading series and combining that with the strategies that we use in the EAP training program. But now that we've discussed a few of the trades we were able to take based on this same structure-based analysis, let's go ahead and zoom out to the daily chart again. Let's delete these circles and position tools, and let's go ahead and point out the key levels of structure that we'll be paying attention to for the remainder of this week and on into next week. As you can see, we have our blue line, which represents our next level of support. This is an area I'll be considering for targets on my current position, along with considering long trading opportunities if we get the correct entry reason at that level. Now, it's important to remember that we have to have entry reasons and strategies to go along with these levels of structure. You can't just buy and sell daily levels of structure. I've personally tried it and it's not very profitable. So what we're looking for here on the dollar yen is a push down into the 108.3 level in order to find our next place where the market may be supported for a long trading opportunity. Directly after that, we will be taking a look. If I change the color of this line to blue, we'll be waiting for the market to get down to around the 107 even handle. The reason we're waiting for that area is because we have that even handle number along with a level in the market that the market has respected multiple times in the past. Respecting that level 3 times in the past here, once as support, 2 times as resistance. So for support, waiting on this market to fall to our first level or continue falling into the 107 even handle before looking for long opportunities. We could also see this market push up from the level we're at now, in which case we'll be looking at our same resistance level at around 110.51. And if we break above that level, we'll be looking at resistance again up around 111.99. So that's the areas of resistance and support that I'll be looking at for trading opportunities here on the dollar yen. And now we'll go ahead and move on to the pound dollar and the dollar Swiss. Okay, traders, so here we are on the pound dollar, and let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the areas in the market where we'll be paying attention for future trading possibilities. As you can see, this market has done something similar to the dollar yen. We've actually broken through our previous level that we expected to become support right here, and we've now pulled back into that level. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and change the color of this line to red for resistance. And let's jump down to a 4-hour chart and see what we're looking for an entry on this trade. So as you can see, guys, this market moved down pretty impulsively here on the 4-hour chart, coming down to our new swing low, and has since pushed back up in this pullback into our previous level of support, which is where we're sitting at right about now. So guys, here's a good example of using this analysis to point out a good area to look for a trading opportunity. We now have our area and we're on the 4-hour chart, but we do not yet have any inclination or any hint that the market is going to go any lower. And that's what I was talking about earlier in the video. We don't just trade these levels of structure because they're important levels on the daily chart. That's not going to be a very profitable strategy. What we do is wait for the market to get to those levels and then give us proof or some kind of entry reason in order to tell us that this market could possibly be going down. So here on the 4-hour chart, some examples of things we may be looking for is maybe some type of retest here at this area and some kind of entry candle on that retest. We also could see some kind of flag or triangle pattern in this area that might look something like this, in which case we could look for that next impulsive move down after the period of consolidation. So now that we've taken a look at that, let's go ahead and zoom back out to the daily time frame and let's start looking at the levels we can expect this market to be supported from if we do push down from here. So what we'll be looking for here on the pound dollar if we do get a push down from this level is for this market to possibly be supported around the 1.259 area. And if we do break through that area, then the next level we'll be looking at for possible long opportunities in this market is 1.236 in that zone. Now, another possibility is that this market breaks through this level of resistance and continues higher, in which case we'll be looking for resistance at the 1.308 level for possible shorting opportunities, along with right where the market is now at the 1.279 area for some entry reasons down on lower time frames. So that's what we're going to be looking at here on the pound dollar throughout the rest of the week and into next week. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the dollar Swiss. Now, the dollar Swiss is a pair that we recently had a trade on that ended up winning a little over 400 pips. So that was an incredible trade from up here at this level based on another structure-based trading video. But now we have pushed down below our levels of support and turning them into resistance. As you can see, they've been turned red now. And what I'll do is go ahead and show you guys exactly why and how I pointed these levels out. So for resistance here, this top line is pointed out because this is a level the market tested multiple times as resistance. Same thing here on this next level of support that is now turned into resistance after the market broke through it. We have a level that has been tested multiple times in the past as support. And for our support levels labeled in blue, very similar situation. We have a level of support that has supported the market multiple times in the past here at our first blue level at 0.953s. And if I zoom the chart out, you can see that this lower level is coming in right down here where the market has been supported multiple times in the past. And this is going to be quite a large zone here at the bottom if the market does break through our 0.953 level. So the dollar Swiss is in a similar situation to the pound dollar. We're actually looking for a trading opportunity at the moment here as we have broke below our daily level of support, pulled back up into that level, and we're currently floating around at that level, waiting to see if the market can give us an entry reason to go short on this pair. We have not gotten an entry reason yet, but that's what we'll continue to look for throughout the rest of this week and on into next week. As for our next level of resistance, if this market decides to head higher, we'll be looking at the 0.985 level for our next shorting opportunity here on the dollar Swiss. And as we discussed, for support, we're going to be taking a look down here at this first blue line at 0.953s for our next possible long opportunities in this market. And if the market does break through that level, our next level of support is way down at the 0.921 area. And that will be the next level that we'll look for long opportunities here on the dollar Swiss. So traders, that's going to do it for today's video. There was the analysis and breakdown of the dollar yen, pound dollar, and dollar Swiss charts. I hope you found this video to be educational. Hope it brought value to your trading, and if it did, please go ahead and click that like button for me. Subscribe to the trading channel if you're interested in receiving alerts when I come out with more videos like this, and make sure the little bell is checked so that you receive those alerts by email. I will leave that discount code for the EAP training program for any of you who are interested in the top right hand corner of your screen, along with in the description. I want to wish you guys the best of luck on all your future trades, and I'll talk to you next time.
Watch you stare. I would watch you stare.